Do you remember the last video where I preached about how awesome the RLink system was? That was a video. I know my floor is dirty right now. It's just a mess in here. I'm sorry. Busy week. Riding season's happening faster than I thought, and I'm leaving for a trip in 3 days on this bike. I was talking about how cool the RLink is, how much I love it, how when I turn the key on and go for a ride, it just starts logging my ride. And then later I can go into my Rever app. You guys all know what Rever is. It comes with Rever Premium. I log into my Rever app and I can import my ride. I can classify it as on-road, off-road. I can pick which bike I was on and then just hit publish and it's all saved. There's no need to grab my phone, hit the record button. The bike is always aware of its location. And if someone moves the bike, jostles the bike, or starts it, I get a text message saying, hey, someone's screwing around with your bike. RLink GPS is here. The RLink hardware itself is in here. And I'm super smart. You guys know me. I'm super smart. So I bought the RLink and then I bought a second wiring harness. So I have a wiring harness on the GS and on the Husky, and then I can move the little black box between bikes. Well, after talking so positively about this system in my last video, I went on a ride and I noticed that my device wasn't reporting anymore. I sent RLink a message and they said, well, duh. The old RLink was a 3G only device. The new one is a 4G device. So we got to send you a new one. So I went on their website and I also, my subscription was expiring anyway, and so I grabbed a new RLink. Price was $150. It's $100 off right now, plus $349 for the 3-year subscription. And just so you guys know, just to give you an idea of how cool I am from a, what's the word for it, integrity standpoint, I've made like 5 videos about the RLink, installing on different devices. I love it. And I still pay full price for everything. So no discounts here. It does appear that RLink is on the process of becoming MotoSense. This is a new brand. If you go to motosense.com, they basically have a dealer login or a MotoSense redirect to RLink. So I think RLink was just a bad name, and it's kind of unaligning themselves with Rever and kind of rebranding to a different company. It's just, that's no inside baseball. That's just what I'm guessing. They also need to do something to come up against the Manimoto market share. Manimoto was smart and they had a really early on affiliate program. Hint, hint, RLink guys, where I could have made some money from potentially thousands of people giving them $349 for 3 years of service. I could have been getting a 10% kickback. But Manimoto did that with YouTubers, and a lot of YouTubers that are motorcycle riders just latched onto the Manimoto product, and Manimoto is incredibly popular and very, probably the #1 passive motorcycle tracking device. So anyway, let's get right into it. I'm going to show you guys the old device and the new device side by side. So I just thought about this in a nutshell. If you watch my previous videos and you bought an RLink and installed it on your BMW, there's a reason why it may or may not have stopped working. I don't really blame RLink for that. They're not the ones that control the transition from 3G to 4G. However, they did make a decision along the way at some point to stick with the 3G technology because it was either cheaper hardware or more reliable, available in more places. There's all kinds of technical trade-offs they had to make, and the result is 3G is dead and there's devices that stopped working. I kind of wish there was it is $150 off right now on their website. Since it's $250, it's $150, but I do wish there had been like a customer upgrade option where they would sell it to you at cost or something and at least get their money back, but then obviously keep selling you the service. I think some people may make a decision to not upgrade their device and switch to Manimoto, and then RLink loses out on customer retention and ongoing revenue from the subscriptions. So that's their business decision. I'm just being preachy. So here's the old RLink. I shouldn't show you my stuff, but this is dead now anyway. It doesn't really matter. So you have the power connector here, and then you have a GPS antenna connector. If you look at them over here, you've got this here. So this just goes into the bike, and this goes into the GPS. Easy peasy. and then GPS was here. The new device is more streamlined. So obviously 4G antenna versus 3G will not show my EIM number. It is the 4G and GPS are built in here. In their instructions, they mention to install it on a flat surface, as flat as possible, and in a position that is quite fixed. So the reason for this is if it's supposed to be doing its job and telling you when the bike is being stolen, then, you know, if it's jostling around like this all the time, that's going to trigger some false alerts. They want it to be a space where when the bike moves, it's, you know, noticed. I will probably end up sticking it right here on the side, as long as I can get the seat to lay flat. Alternatively, I can Velcro it right here, but they tried to say as flat as possible. So under the seat or side cover, that a module can lay as flat as possible. So, you know, probably here. It's probably the best place. The seat covers it, clears it. Changes to the wiring harness. So again, if you're a new customer, you know, be super happy. You have a much smaller module than the last one. It's flatter on the depth. And then you also have a new system where you have just one plug. You have your ignition trigger, and then you have your positive negative with the inline fuse. So super simple compared to me having to find a spot to mount this guy, which I literally just installed last week. So go over the install. Here's everything here. And I'm not going to show you guys how to install in this video. It is very easy to do. Literally just take these two leads, run them to your battery, find your ignition trigger. For me, I have a power module. You might call it a fuse block or a PDM60. In my case, it's the Eastern Beaver PC8 board. So I don't need to worry about this. It'll work just fine with what I have because it is 0 and 12 volts with the ignition turned on or off. So I'm all settled for there. I had to find a good suitable location that will be, you know, I guess the issue is, well, no, never mind. I won't go into that. I'm trying to think of like the risk of someone just opening my seat up from here because my seat doesn't have a key and just stealing this. And then, you know, there's no recourse because my bike can't be tracked. But I bought this for tracking my rides, not for tracking my my bike being stolen. But keep in mind, some KTMs do have a heat shield under the seat. I think some of the 790s do, maybe some of the 690s. So make sure your seat does not have a heat shield under it. I think 1290s definitely do. If you have a heat shield, that means you have some kind of metal. So it says here, as far as location, where do they say? Oh, yeah. Do not mount in a location where the unit will be completely blocked by metal. So keep that in mind when you're doing this install. So think strategic about it. Every bike's different. I'm going to stop recording here and just get it all installed. But, you know, it's a great service. I love the product. I like the tech support. They're nice people over there. And so I'm going to keep buying it. If you have a Money Moto, feel free to comment in the comment below and let me know what you think. But given that I just paid 3 years in advance, I'm not going to be changing anytime soon. Whew. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. Ride safe and buy with this thing. It's good. They're not going to get rid of 4G for at least 10 more years.